So, hi class, good day. Welcome to another topic for discussion in basic accounting. Today's topic is all about accounting cycle, step 10. Prepare reversing entries. Game? Game. So, prepare reversing entries in this step. Adjusting entries made from the previous accounting period are being reversed. This process is optional. Itong reversing entries class are optional, okay? And to add, reversing entries are being done on the first day of the succeeding accounting period. Okay, so ganito. Kaya to tinawag na reversing entries kasi binabaliktad nito yung adjusting entries na ginawa last accounting period. Same account title at amount, no? Pero binaliktad lang. Kaya siya sinasabing reversing entries. Sir, bakit ni-reverse? Or nire-reverse? Ibig sabihin ba nun mali? Hindi, of course. No? Kaya siya nire-reverse para maitama or maging consistent yung system of recording for the succeeding accounting period. Now, ang tanong, paano yun? Okay? Paano yun? Mamaya i-demonstrate natin. Pero ito lang ang gusto kong tandaan nyo, no? These adjusting entries, no? Ito lang yung mga adjusting entries na kailangan i-reverse on the next or on the succeeding accounting period. At ano-ano yon? Number 1, prepaid expense, under expense method, no? Yung ginawang adjusting entries, dapat under expense method. Number 2, deferred income, pero under income method. Okay? Number 3, accrued expense. And number 4, accrued income. Ulitin lang natin. Prepaid expense under expense method. Number 2, deferred income under income method. Number 3, accrued expense. And number 4, accrued income. Okay? So, let's go with the illustration dun sa Pag-ong Delivery Express. Okay? So, okay. Kung mapapansin nyo, itong mga naka-highlight, ito yung mga adjusting entries na ginawa natin on January 31. Okay? Halo-halo yan. Pero ang concern natin, ano-ano lang ba dito yung dapat nating i-reverse on the next accounting period, on the next succeeding accounting period. Okay? So, ulitin natin. Prepaid expense under expense method, deferred income under income method, accrued expense, and accrued income. Ito ba? Isa ba to doon sa mga nabanggit ko? Hindi. Because this adjusting entry is related to bad debts. So, hindi to kasama for reversing on the next accounting period, on the next succeeding accounting period. Okay po? So, hindi yan kasama. Ito. Ito ba? Kasama ba yan? Hindi, kasi related tong adjusting entries na to sa depreciation. So, wala yun sa nabanggit ko kanina. Hindi yan kasama. Ito din, depreciation to. Hindi rin to kasama. Tama. Ito rin, hindi. Okay. Ito, supplies expense. Okay. Or office supplies. Di ba ang office supplies is an example of prepaid expense? Okay. So, kasama ba to? Hindi pa rin. Bakit, sir? Sinabi mo kanina kasama ang prepaid expense. Yup, kasama. Pero, dapat expense method. Okay. Kung mapapansin nyo, no? Ito ay hindi expense method. Kasi, the way na in-adjust natin siya, ang dinebit natin, expense. Diba, pag expense method, dapat ang adjusting entries mo, instead ng debit expense, dapat asset. Since expense ang nakadebit dito sa adjusting entry natin, ibig sabihin, ang prepaid expense na adjusting item na to, asset method ang ginamit. So, hindi yan i-reverse. Dapat expense method eh. Dapat ang debit dito, dun sa adjusting entry, dapat office supplies para masabi nating expense method nga. Okay? So, hindi yan kasama. Next. Ito. Deferred income. Kasama ba to for reversal on the next succeeding accounting period? Oo, sir. Kasama ba? Hindi. Kasi ang deferred income na to ay hindi income method. Bakit? Kasi di ba, ang income method, no? Pag income method ang ginamit, dapat sa adjusting entry natin, instead na, okay. Pag income method, di ba, dapat sa adjusting entry natin, instead na ang income ang credit, dapat liability. Dito sa adjusting entry natin, ang credit is income, hindi liability. And therefore, hindi income method ang ginamit dito. Instead, liability method. Dahil sa liability method, instead na liability ang i-credit mo for adjusting entry, ang i-credit mo income, which is consistent dito sa ginawang adjusting entry. And therefore, deferred income to na liability method. Okay? So, hindi yan kasama din for reversing entry. Next, itong susunod, salaries expense and salaries payable. Okay? So, kasama ba to for reversing entries on February 1? Yes. Because this is an example of accrued expense adjusting item. At nabanggit natin yan kanina. Prepaid expense, expense method, deferred income, income method, accrued expense, and accrued income. So, lahat yon subject for reversing entries. Okay? So, kasama yan. Etong interest receivable and interest income. This is an example of adjusting item as accrued income and therefore, kasama din to for reversing entries. Okay? Interest expense, interest payable. Accrued expense din to. And therefore, kasama yan sa i-reverse on the next accounting period or succeeding period. Okay? So, gagawa natin ngayon yan ng reversing entries on the very first day of the next succeeding accounting period. Okay? And, sabi natin, pag reversing entries, binaliktad lang natin. Same account title, same amount, pero binaliktad lang natin yung entry. So, sa adjusting entry, debit salaries expense, credit salaries payable, both 2,000 pesos. Pagdating sa reversing entries, babalik rin natin. And to journalize that, on February 1, okay, debit tayo. Okay, babalik rin natin. Instead na ang debit natin, salaries expense, ang debit natin dito, salaries payable. Okay? As you can see. And ang credit natin, of course, salaries expense. Amounting to, yun. Same amount. 2,000 for both accounts. Paliwanag po? Ganun lang. Kasimple. Next, ang susunod ay ito. So, on February 1 again, the very first day of the succeeding accounting period, babalik na rin natin tong accrued income entry natin for interest. Okay? So, instead debit interest receivable ka, since babalik na rin mo, ang debit mo dito, interest income. Tama po? At ang credit mo, interest receivable. Amounting to 80 pesos. Susulat natin, both 80 pesos. And next, yung last na i-reverse natin, accrued expense under the name of interest expense. So, babalik na rin lang natin, instead ang debit natin, interest expense, ang ide-debit natin dito, kasi nga babalik na rin natin, interest payable. At ang credit, interest expense. Amounting to 5,000. And that's it. That's how you make or prepare reversing entries. Basta ang tatandaan lang natin, no? Yung mga nire-reverse natin ay yung mga adjusting entries na ginawa natin from the previous accounting period. Pero hindi lahat nung adjusting entries na ginawa natin. Ano-ano lang 'yon? Yung adjusting entries natin na ginawa related sa prepaid expense pero expense method. And number 2, yung adjusting entries na ginawa natin related sa deferred income pero income method. And the third one, adjusting entries na ginawa natin for accrued expense and adjusting entries na ginawa natin for accrued income. Yung 4 na yun lang ang i-reverse on the next succeeding or on the very first day of the succeeding accounting period. Okay? Now, magbibigay lang ako ng brief explanation. Bakit ba kasi tayo nagre-reverse? Okay? Ang sabi natin is for consistency ng system of recording for the succeeding accounting period. Okay? Or para maitama yung entry. Maitama in a way na maging consistent siya. Okay? And I will explain it by showing this. Okay? So, kukunin kong example yung ginawa nating reversing entries for salaries expense. No? Or for accrued expense under the name of salaries expense / salaries payable. Okay? So, etong explanation ko dyan. On February, or in the month of February, no? Let's say, specific day, February 7. No? Babayaran natin yung inaccrue natin nung January 31. Okay? Sigurado ko, ano magiging entry mo? Okay? Ang magiging entry mo niyan, malamang debit salaries expense, credit cash. Okay? Kapag ang ginawa mo ganun, na walang reversing entry kang ginawa, mali yun. Okay? Mali yun. Okay? As you notice dito, may 3 senaryo tayo with reversing entries, without reversing entries, but entries are monitored, and without reversing entries, and entries without reversing entries, and entries are not monitored. Okay? So, kung mapapansin mo, no, nung February 1, kung may reversing entries tayo, binaliktad natin yung adjusting entries last January 31, we have debit salaries payable and credit salaries expense. 2,000. Okay. Normally kasi, no, kapag nagbabayad tayo ng expense, is ang ginagawa natin, nagde-debit expense tayo, then credit cash. And that's why, sabihin natin for February 7, ganun ang ginawa nating entry. Okay? Kung meron kang nagawang reversing entries on the very first day of the February 1, at ganito ang naging entry mo nung binayaran mo siya, walang problema. Because, as you can see in the T account of the salaries expense under this scenario, offset lang yung nangyari sa salaries expense. No effect in February. Walang nangyari sa February in relation to salaries expense. Okay? Bakit? Kasi take note, yung inaccrue natin na 2,000 noong January 31, that expense, no, is related for the month of January, hindi February. That's why dapat pagdating sa February, walang magiging epektong expense. Walang maapektuhan na mag-increase yung salaries expense kasi yung 2,000 na yun related sa January. So, dapat wala talaga siyang effect sa February. That's why, kahit mali yung entry mo, no? Supposedly, mali kasi ito eh. Okay? Pero this is normal, no? Ganun naman talaga eh. Lalo na yung mga maliliit na negosyo, no? Kapag may binayaran, automatic sa utak nila, expense eh. And that's normal. Okay? And that is correct, no? In summary, kung merong ginawang reversing entries noong February 1. Okay? Kasi, in effect, mawawala lang din yung salaries expense, as you notice. Okay? No effect in February 7. As of for the salaries expense. Eh, sir, bakit hindi na lang kasi na kahit wala kang reversing entry, pagdating ng February 7, bayaran mo siya ng cash, then ang instead ng debit mo salaries expense, debit mo salaries payable. That's correct. Pwede rin yun. Wala kang gagawing reversing entries, tas pagdating ng February 7, debit salaries payable ka and credit cash. As you can see in this scenario. Which is correct din. Okay? Sabi, without reversing entries, but entries are monitored. Okay? Entries are monitored. Okay? Ito kasi yung punto dyan, class, no? The reason why we are saying na ang reversing entries ay optional because of this. Okay lang na wala kang gawing reversing entries basta monitored mo ang mga previous journal entries mo. Okay? Ang tanong ko naman, no? Kung sakaling maraming transaction na ang nire-record mo, sabihin natin daily nasa 50 transactions, expense and income related transactions, times 30 days pa yan, normally in a month. Okay? Tapos plus pa yung mga required adjusting entries for the last day of the month. Matatandaan mo pa ba na inaccrue mo yung 2,000 last January? Para pagdating ngayong February 7, alam mong pag nagbayad ka ng salaries na yan, ay dapat debit salaries payable ka instead of salaries expense? Siyempre, hindi na. Lalo na kung nagkataon, nagbayad ka niyan, kasabay ng pagbayad ng salaries expense na related na for the month of February. So, hindi mo na yan basta-basta may isa-isa o madidistinguish. At normally, di ba, pag may binayaran kang gastusin, ang entrada mo talaga agad, expense no? So, sa dami ng transaction na yan, lalo na kung manual ang recording sa libro, siguradong mahirapan kang alalahanin lahat. No? Kung ano yung portion ng expense na yan, ang inaccrue last period, ano lang yung dapat na expense para sa buwan na to, o ano yung hindi. At yan ang isa sa purpose ng reversing entries. Maiwasan na magkaroon ng chances na magdoble ng pag-record ng expenses o ng income man kung income-related transaction yan. Okay? Kasi kapag ganun, class, ito mangyayari sa'yo. Wala kang ginawang reversing entries, then ang entries mo, journal entries mo for the previous period, hindi rin monitored. Okay? So, itong February 1, no entry made as you can see, and February 7, nag-entry siya ng salaries expense 2,000 and credit cash 2,000. Wala siyang ginawang reversing entries, tapos hindi niya monitored yung mga previous journal entries niya. That's why, in effect, nag-increase yung salaries expense. Na supposedly dapat hindi. Kasi that 2,000 is related for the month of January, not in the month of February. So, incorrectly increase the expense by 2,000 in February. So, kapag walang reversing entries, that will be the effect. Lalo na kung hindi monitored yung mga previous journal entries. Okay? So, refresh lang tayo sa pag-prepare ng reversing entries. No? Adjusting entries are made from the previous accounting period, no? Yung ginawang adjusting entries from the previous accounting period are being reversed. So again, ang reversing entries are optional. Reversing entries are made at the very first day of the succeeding accounting period. Okay? Reversing entries are applicable only for adjusting entries from the previous accounting period. Number 1, prepaid expense under expense method. Number 2, deferred income under income method. Number 3, accrued expense. And number 4, accrued income. And that's how you prepare reversing entries.